手に上がっちゃったぜよ。
Oh wait, he actually showed up?
わしが草加の同志じゃち。分かっちょらんがかい。
Oh, he's the last guy. Here, you can have 15.
わしのことは
I do know you well.
構わんぜ
I
よ。
think.
なんじゃ。日の本を異国に負けん強い国にするにはとっさがいい例ぜよ。豪士の生まれ、そんなんおかしいじゃろ。身分が低くとも身分じゃのうて心のありようが重んじられるようわしらできっと作っ。もともとあいつとはわしが諸国を言うで、その後わしが長州に渡ってからは土佐からの腐れ縁じゃ。同じ合子身分、その尻拭いはいつもわしがやらされちゃう。そういえばよく
Chancellor, no, no, that cannot be the... No, don't, no, no. Both of these guys are dead, by the way. Shintaro and Hachiro. I think that's every bond maxed out. Yeah. It's every single one maxed out. No, Chancellor, no, 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 no. It's just mean. Soji wants to meet him for favor. Bro, do you want me to turn you down again? It's not mean, it's fact of life. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Redesign? What do I get to redesign? Oh, I got a weapon look? One. Noble Kuri? Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, how's it going, Chancellor? But if I leave you, then you won't be here, the glory of God. Dude, no. No. I'm not even reading the rest of that. No. Okay, I can remodel. Longhouse. Okay, what do I desire? Additional item drops from enemies? Since last time I got a bit better and understood dual swords and polearm. As for favorite, it has to be dual swords with the stance you unlock after beating the game. I know, man! That stance is so good! Chancellor, you just got out of jury duty and man, I don't want to hear the word metadata ever again. That sounds like you had a great time. Are weapons crafted in this? Or just set moves? I'll talk about that in a bit. Hold on. Maximum Veiled Vow. Let's go. Got stuff for the Veiled Vow. What's up? Is that it? Just 3? Okay, is there anything to do with cats? Incense and plants, why not? We like training. who like to get drunk, who like nice things. I mean, I like nice things. There we go, perfect. Okay. Any tips for farming? I don't have any, really. It's just kill things, kill certain enemies, that's really it. Okay, so Nick Jean had asked the question about, are weapons crafted in this or just set moves? So let's see what can be crafted. This is what can be crafted. I can't really craft weapons. So weapons are just... It's just what I can loot. However, I can change the stats of weapons through the whole bond transfer system, which can be handy. Weapons themselves, right, are kind of set. But weapon moves, that's where combat styles comes into play. So you can pick for each individual weapon you're using up to 3 different combat styles. You can just take a pick. And each of them basically has its own like set moves, its own playstyle. So for example, what am I using? So all weapons are metadata for that type? Nice. Chancellor, I'm sure you love hearing that. So I have one katana which has 3 styles on it, a second katana which also has 3 different styles. So for example, this, when I'm using this combat style, I get access to this. I get these, like, think of it like in Neo 2's active skills. So like with sword, you know, you had Morning Moon or EI Quick Draw. So you get like 3. And then you can customize the 4th slot eventually once you master the combat style. And with sword, there's like a shit ton of options, and you can basically use other combat styles abilities if you'd like. And they can be very powerful, and all sorts of crazy combos you can do. But that's not it. There's more. There's also just like the normal attack strings are a little different. The charge attack strings are different. The advancing attack strings are different, and even the counter-sparking behavior is different too. So like this stance and Kikeiru, I've had to kind of get used to, because double tap basically means I teleport, as you see here. So I can teleport. Yeah, it's pretty much, but wait, there's more. Whereas, say, this stance, which is pretty much like all EI stuff, right? This has like an equivalent of Tiger Sprint. There's this, which is super cool. Right? And then I can customize things. There's normal attacks that are different. Charge attack's a little different. The advancing attack's a little different. And even the counter spark is different altogether. So they're all different. So I'm basically picking up completely different movesets, and I can choose which ones I want. And since I'm right now just running 2 different katanas, I have 6 different combat styles that I'm interacting with. Sword gets the most love in this game, as usual. Yeah, so I can like pick the different stance moves and I can assign them. Uh-huh. So yeah, double katana can be really fun. And so katana gets 12 combat styles. The next most is Odachi, which has 6. Virgil gameplay when, right? So yeah, Odachi then has 6, and then after that it usually goes to like 5. And the lowest any weapon has, excluding unarmed, is 4. So as Baron of the Red Haze, I believe, was saying, He likes the one that you unlock once you beat the game the first time, which is Mumyo Kashinryu. I love this stance. Let me just show this style. Let me just show you why. Some of the abilities. And then I chose to assign this. This is such a satisfying move. If any of you have played Ninja Gaiden, you might recognize this as the 360Y or 360 triangle. But then in this game, they added a follow-up, which makes it like, this is like a super good move. Legit, an immensely amazing ability. And then like regular attacks are spicy, charge attacks are fun. And by the way, Mumyo Kaishin Ryu is basically your Blade Twins style. This is how your Blade Twin fights. Like, look at this shit. Just a counter spark combo. Like I don't have I just, there's so many things I have to like learn. It's wild. And then one thing I'm gonna throw shade at Neo 2's dual swords because I kind of have to. I have a moral obligation. Sign of the Cross versus this shit. Alright. What did Neo 2 do? Not enough. I want more, bro. Legit, if they just took like the weapon play in this game, put it in Neo 2, of course I'd be playing Neo 2. But they didn't. So I got this. To me, Nitten Ichinryu is like Ichiryu is such a jab. And I know it's not intentional, but it's such a jab at like Neo 2 dual swords. It's like, oh, sign of the cross, ultimate sign of the cross. And it's like, yeah, you got this. I'm like, fuck off. Alright, and then it's like Moonshadow versus this. I'm like, you cannot be serious, bro. Or then Unearthly Flame is like pretty legit. And when I say pretty legit, they had to nerf it because it was batshit powerful crazy. They had to nerf it. Like, I saw the gameplay pre-nerf, I'm like, dude, this is so busted. Just like incessant stagger and shit. I'm like, alright, that's great. But yeah, like, take a look at some of the veiled arts this weapon has. Like Heat Haze. I have to learn how to use this well, but I'm starting to think of stuff. Right? This move I love. This move is very satisfying. Oh, so good. This move I have to understand how to use well. I like kind of suck with it. Well, hey Autumn, you are entitled to your own opinion. I'm just talking about mine. But yeah, man, like, so good, so fun. Alright, so the question was, what are the weakest of all the weapons? Oh yeah, the finishers are so good. One thing I have to like commend this game on are like Tennen Rishin Ryu is just so satisfying, dude. I love it with I think that's arguably like my favorite stance on like just about everything. I think the most satisfying though is with Greatsword. Like, bruh, punch. Mixing punches in it feels good. Oof. Hey, Farseer. Yeah, the yelling when you rush with the Odachi is fun too. I thought it would just be like, oh, it's just loud animation and it's just for the memes. Like, when I tried this shit, it's actually like legit powerful. Hey, thanks, Farseer. These moves, the long animation, like in this game, there is a direct relationship between animation time and power, and these are powerful. Oh my god. I did not expect that. So there's like a lot of high risk, high reward type things. Oh man, so good. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. You can do that. You can just scream and kill people. This ability is super powerful full charge. I did not expect that. Am I gonna go duels and saber with Wrath? At some point, yes. I think for right now, I just want to practice my katana. When it comes to weakest weapons, I can't really evaluate that. Like, what's weak based on damage? I'll probably do some damage tests. And I think people have said saber and bayonet. I don't know. They honestly like they're all good for like different reasons. Um, it's just different styles of play. Like saber is very evasive. So it's like basically like dancing around it, dodging a lot, and then getting some good damage that way. It's just different. I don't. I'm not good with saber, so I can't like comment on it. But let's see what the game officially says, because I think they say stuff about the... Oh, maybe not. So bayonet, I would say bayonet's considered similar to hatchets. Great sword is... They can do the most damage in a single hit. Oxtail blade has midair stuff, so they all like have different ways to be played. I think the reason bayonets, this is pure speculation, I think the reason bayonets and sabers might be considered weaker is because I think a core element of them is just being a little more evasive in nature. Like jumping around and things like that. But again, I don't really know. I'm not like the most knowledgeable. But I know like bayonet, for example, what's the style? Is it British style? Yeah, like British style or British training, you can see that if the last sentence, use after evading to increase the range and strength of the attack. That does make a difference. So like there is just some element of being evasive here. Like, yeah, it's so evade and attack, counter. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So always keeping a target at range. So it's tricky. Like as Yoshimura you're saying, is Oxtail has a bit of that evasion built into it, but it's a little different from what I've understood it to be. There's a lot of mid-air stuff that I play around with. So like I can jump around, I can grapple, and then like punch enemies. So I can perform in the ground or the air. So you have that like aerial component. That's pretty cool. So it makes me wonder how else can things be chained. So for example, I don't know if this is the case, but I speculate that I could like with some of these abilities, it makes me wonder if I can do like part 1 of an ability and then part 2 of another ability. But yeah, a lot to tinker around with. What, you want me to make a weird owl? I saw the comment. I don't know if I'm gonna follow through. Okay, what other things can I get rid of from my HUD? The hair for him is right there. I can see the difference though. Saber is more evasive than Oxtail because Oxtail is more change combo oriented, but also slightly evasive. Yeah, it's tricky. Lot to learn, and I just don't know. I don't know them. I don't know it well. Okay. I'm gonna save that one. Forget which ones these are. No. Chancellor, no. Where do I want to go? Had faster Austin powers to be made? Well, alright, I guess. Whoa! This is a little interesting without what I'm used to. Okay. What would you do if they made a secret boss in Neo 3 a super powerful? Okay, look, I don't care. Gok, just no. No, Gok, stop. Stop. Okay, without the end, I didn't expect to lose the major health bar. Kind of need that at this time. Hey, look, just come here, come here, come here. Oh! Really? He'll find me out here? Dude, really? Or you're not gonna run away? Okay, he leashes there. I'm here. No, I'm gone. I'm here. I'm gone. Here. You leaving? Wait, come back! This is kind of funny. Up. Alright, there we go. Gross. Where's the pupper? Excellent pupper. It was. I'm not happy with the fight. I like my fights to be like non-stop, exhilarating action. You can kind of see what I put on YouTube as a reasonable representation of what I like in my fights. So what about a possess Lamela demon and number 3 name the hungry demon? You know, I don't know if I should trust chat right now. This is not fun. Boring. When I hit the last spark in a chain with Tatsumi, the R1 triangle ability usually can knock the opponent down. Not too sure about the big boys. Oh, okay. I gotta try that. Like, a lot of these abilities have knockdowns after panic that I'm surprised by. Sure, Nick Jean, sure. Sure! Oh boy, it's this guy. Anjiro is devastating. Jeez. This guy cannot be underestimated. Yeah, intensely aggressive. Horse cameo, yeah. Oh shit, man. What the? He tried it 3 times in a row. Leave me alone! Whoa! What the fuck? This is the Adachi guy? Yeah, he's cool. Bro, he did not give a fuck. He's like, I'm going to get you. Oh my god, annihilated. Yeah, this guy's spicy. He's not a Gaki, what the hell? Oh, I want a better place to fight. Too crammed in there. Oh, I had a good fight, but I messed one thing up, which is enough to deter me. Getting better though. Oh, awkward paper. No. Okay. I was gonna try to do cornered whatever it was, piercing fang, but I just couldn't manage it. Instead I just feel like, here you go. Take a bunch of taxes. Yeah, it's the paper move. I wanna assign it elsewhere. Damn. Yeah, he did not like me forgetting the cover sheets to my TPS reports. So is Hanjiro basically Bill Lumberg? Is that what we have discovered? Nicely done. Damn it, needed a better spot to fight. Ah, Butterfingers. Shit! Can I taunt my opponent? Of course. I have all the gestures. Jeez. Oh, he got me. Oh, damn. Okay, that's an awkward spot to fight. Aerial? Oh my god! God damn it! Oh, I had a good sequence in there too. That grapple is brutal. Fun boss though, I really like him. What's the death count? It's... yeah, I run away a lot. I'm trying to do a spicy fight. No! Oh, just a little too greedy there. A little too greedy there. Oh, if I just depleted his key, that would have been beautiful. Fucking beautiful. How does my key fill up automatically sometimes if I only play the trial? So I do what's called a blade flash. So you can see on the bottom right where there's like a yellow bar. That's my blood gauge. So if I do a bunch of attacks and then I just basically do like a ki pulse, I'll turn that blood gauge into ki. And counter sparking gives me some ki back. Awkward. Oh my god. Okay, folks. Oh, that's aggravating, man. I somewhat depend on an enemy being offensive to me. A little bit. So, if he's just passive, it kind of throws me off. Awkward. Ah, he fucked me over with that. What? Now I'm just input fucking everything up. Let's go. Just kill me. I'm weird. Like my brain's like not computing right now. Ah. I need like a reset for all of that. That just threw me off, dude. Kill? What? What are you doing? Ah! Damn, he got me good. Damn it. No, I don't want to use the Odachi. I'm trying to learn the katana specifically. There's, like, I'm trying to learn a combat flow. It's very different from me trying to beat the boss. There's a difference between beating a boss and then doing it with flair. And doing it with flair is a whole different ball game. Shit! This boss is representative if a boss if a boss match counter spark. Yeah, he's difficult. I like this boss. He's difficult. I think for like just a kind of a standard Odachi user, nothing like magical. I think he's cool. Yeah, the grapple is very fast. Oh, that was a high octane. Pretty intense. That's the type of stuff I like. Now to see if... Now I'll decide if I want to put it up on YouTube or not. I probably will. Time for tea for me and Bill. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you just gotta beat them with style, not just beating them. Because of course, like... I could like parry them. Like I can just be like, oh yeah, parry. I could play it like Sekiro style, right? Just non-stop parry. But it's not enough to just beat an enemy. I want to destroy it. Oh, it's time for coffee for you and Bill? Okay. Good boss, good boss. Yeah, Soji, I'm leaving. Gensai is one. Do you show the comments on the YouTube video? If so, non-stop Gaki all night long? What? No, I don't think I've seen that. I saw like... Let me check. I'm curious what my video has. The one I just released today, anyway. It says 5 comments, dude. Not that I mind. Let's... Maybe your comment was held. Let me take a look. No, you're... Nothing about you. No, no Gaki times 100. Do not do that shit. Oh my god. No, do not! Don't! Oh my... Come on. No, do not do that. Hey, what's up, Black? I'm guessing it's trying to be Black Void, or is it Black Viod? Alright, Gensai I'm saving, Soji I'm saving, Isami Kondo I'm saving. I can work that in. Shinpachi, okay. Black Viod, okie dokie. No, stop turning people into Gakis. I don't know what this Gaki means aside from Neo, but I support it. No, don't support anything related to Gakis. What the fuck? They're Gakis. They're Neo. This is not even the same game. It's not even the same game. There's no Gakis in this game. Not a single like demon. No, there's nothing like that. And don't say, oh, but there's red demon and blue demon. No, those aren't actual demons. Fuck off. What's wrong with the bubble gaki? No, 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 no gaki. No. Yes, they're red eyes in these games, but they're not gaki. Oh, oops. Alright, well, sorry, dog. Whoa! Whoa! This is awkward. Okay, bro. You know what? Fuck off. Oh, you got me in time. Oh well. Yeah, if I wanted to perfectly go or try to go with Wrath, I would have done like Saber and Dual Swords, but I'm just doing it for the aesthetic. I'm just using like different character skins as I just practice the game, basically. No, there's no Gaki coffee. Oh my god, no Gaki Chino. Why would you? Why? 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 There's no full Gaki alchemist. It's full metal alchemist. What is wrong with you people? What do you mean cut? You know what? Y'all are emotionally banned, okay? There is no space in my heart for any of you. Emotionally banned. No. Stop spreading lies. What do you mean like a true Gaki? What is... You know what? No, no! No. Just no. Okay. Yoink! shit. Oh shit! No! I should do a wooden sword run. It's fun not killing. Yeah, I already did. I did. It was fun to just like bonk people and shoot non-lethal bullets and arrows at people. It was kind of funny. I enjoyed it. Oh, poor. On my part. Hey, what's up, Matthew? So cheap. Alright, how many do I got? 1, 2, I got a few, but I cleared some major quadrants, so that's good. You had the day off, so you played some Clash of Clans, watched some YouTube, played Kazan, and just mowed the lawn. Ooh, nice, you got a lot done. Yo, later, Cass and I are gonna have some pizza. Got some thin crust yummy pizza, gonna be a good time. No! How did I miss that? Oh, I missed it again! Damn, he got me. I'm not ordering for Bugaki John's. Where do you come up with this shit? Oh. You know, I don't like having a bad camera angle. Would you mind? Ooh, he got me. Damn, he got me. To answer the title, Greatsword is my favorite. Katana is amazing too. I love the spear. I love spear and Neo, but due to core system, more parry focus, it's hard to use spear like I used to. It's different in this game. I've found, actually, once I got used to counter-sparking many enemies, that, like, I could kind of go all out after a while. Greatsword is fun. Greatsword in Stranger of Paradise? Yeah, it's a spicy one. Ah, not good. Damn it. I really don't, like, I want to enjoy the fight, but it's really difficult when, like, camera keeps moving and it's just an extra dimension for me to worry about. You need to start practicing with those purple pills? I know I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to depend on consumables. Nope, wrong guy. Gotta stay closer or my parry will whiff, and enemies in running are better at tracking, so controlling the pace became more harder. Yeah, it's different. Winners, don't use drugs, just trust... Farseer, that... Stop. That doesn't make it any better. No, don't do this to me, man. I get all heated into a fight and then it just craps out on me. Where's a decent spot? Can I like aggro him? Okay, can I at least leash him here? Not gonna lie, it's kind of hard going back to normal once you get used to combos with the enhanced ki. I found myself running out of ki mid-combo, like, oh shit. But the last ditch counter-spark saves me. Yeah, I know, I just don't want to depend on the pills. How'd you go? Oh, it's a 2 combo. Shit! Can you reset yet? What's enhanced ki? It's like a pill you can take. It's a buff. Oh my goodness. Oh. No, it's not a set bonus. Last Ditch Counterspark is a set bonus, though. Gosh, I have so much difficulty fighting him, period. Hey, camera! Jeez, I got greedy. No, come on, screw you, I didn't even get to get up. Damn, he has hyper armor that I have to be aware of. Better fight, better... I've figuring out a little more things here and there to make the fight go a little bit more in my favor. It's still tricky though. What? Bro, what? What? You missed? That threw me off, bro. That's fine. It's also fine. My bad. Oh! What is going on? Over here, dude. Oh, dude, the fucking... Stop. Stop. I hate this sometimes. Oh, so aggravating fight people here. Dude, life. If I recall correctly, the Crimson Light skill has hype armor as well. I have it on my Tatsumi. I like to use it after I knock them down. Also challenge and take some hits if their key is low enough. If you do that setup, make sure to dash towards them. Sometimes the triangle skill knocks them too far away. It may not work as well with the upgraded dodge though. Yeah, that's another thing I have to consider is just how they all interact. My frustration has nothing to do with the boss really, and more has to do with just like this really frustrating playing field. My fault. Okay, dude, I'm done. I'm just killing him. Damn, he got me there. I can deal with him pushing me around. I can deal with like a lot of different things in isolation. But like having to worry about terrain and how that interacts with everything is just so irritating. This makes things so awkward. Damn, he's got serious hyper armor that I have to learn how to adapt to. He's very fast. Hey, what's up, music? Yes, I do have a new character again. What? Counterspark, you dipshit! That's my bad. No, I didn't promise any gaki. Stop. No, I did not promise any gaki. Trying to figure out a pattern for this boss. It's a lot harder than I expected. Okay. I'm just gonna practice parrying. Excuse me? Oh, no wonder I countersparked that late. Because he hides the flash. Okay, I think I have a little better of a grasp. Once I can understand a couple of at least the big martial skill setups, that can at least help me have more energy for the whatchamacallit, the regular set, the normal attacks. I can't see! I hate that! Oh, so frustrating, dude. Yeah, I'm... Farseer's on the money. Oh, I hate... Okay, again, biggest three issues in this game for me are camera, terrain, and deletion. Anything that interrupts combat flow, I strongly detest. Okay. Oh, screw you, crazy. I heard Team Ninja only had so much budget to work with, so they got a Gaki to operate the camera. Get out of here. No, there's no Gaki in this game. No. 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 Oh, man, I have a good fight. I have a good fight start, and then I just can't see shit. Ugh, I'm like enjoying the fight. I'm like, yeah, man, this is cool. Just make it see-through through this shit. Man, I don't care. I just want to have a good fight. I don't buy Team Ninja games because I really care that much about the open world. Bro, what? Yeah, whatever, close enough. But really though, that's kinda, it was like irritating, because I can't really see. Ah.
じっくり選んでくだどうぞごひいきに
What about the girl I left her tied in there? Maybe, well, sounds like a her problem. Hairbending slice in Sokka's voice. Yeah. I could have done this move. Should have probably done this one. That one's pretty satisfying. I wanted to learn that fight, and I was learning that fight, but there's just those irritating hurdles. I mean, it's probably just best I fight him in a dojo, in all honesty, and just like weaken my weapons. But that's no fun. And then look at this. We have Shinpachi all the way on the outskirts of here. He's already at the limits of leashing range. Ooh, I'm not used to him. Here, look. I'm just gonna try to fight him like normally. He'll destroy me, and I'm okay with him destroying me. I'm just not okay with, like, fight interruptions. Like, I can't see! You know how like, it's so irritating to not be able to see what's happening in a fight from camera. It's so tilting. Most bosses don't have that issue, but when the game has that issue, I get really, really tilted because I just can't do anything. A true ninja doesn't rely on his eyes. This is called Rise of the Ronin, not Rise of the Ninja. Okay? Aw. Ah, he got me good. But one thing I did get though that I'm pretty happy with is that I took a really I made a really ballsy play of like using, what was it? So when he was doing his crazy combo and he had a momentary pause, one thing I really liked that I did was that I took that as a moment to be like, fuck you, dude. You're not getting off your attack. And then destroyed his key and got that punish. That, being able to add moves in like that feels great. So that was cool. And I want to be able to do stuff like that and figure more stuff out like that. Oops. I don't know this boss, so like I'll kind of get destroyed. Also, I'm a little hesitant to fight him on the edge because then he falls down and then he leashes. Why do they have to put him on the outskirts, dude? Come on. Come on, dog. This is what I mean. You can take me to a freaking corner, camera rotates all fucky, and I just like can't tell what's happening. Am I still married? No, I'm not married. Cass and I got divorced back in what was it? September 2022? But we're gonna have pizza later, so should get a dodo sessions in with these bosses. I agree, crazy. You're right. I really should. The Mugai Ryu thrust? Dude, I love that move. This move? Oh, that's so fun. Have I played Thymesia or The Surge? No, I haven't played. I've heard of those. What are those about? Just kill me, dog. That was a cursed month for you? Well, for you, I can understand. For me, not cursed at all. Dude, I like totally deserve to get divorced. It's not even like a contest. I agree, crazy. You're right. Those bosses I do need to practice, and I can just like use my wooden weapons. How did I deserve it? Because I was a shit husband. Plain and simple. There's a lot of depth to it, but I don't know if talking about... Like, I can talk about it. I'm fine with doing that. Look at this, I can't see shit. What am I supposed to do? Let's leave the details to me. Like, I'm totally fine talking about it. I don't have any issue talking about it. I like... Me talking about why I got divorced, like, hurts me a grand total of 0 fucking at all. I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. I'm more embarrassed that I did it. So, oh well. But yeah, if you want to know, feel free to ask, and then I can talk about it. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah, this is trying to be King Bradley. Oh yeah, and the guy that spams dodge and fires bullets that set you on fire, not Ryoma. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. He has a bayonet, right? The bayonet boss is a little frustrating. Then there's Saito Toshimitsu. Yeah, there's always him. Here, watch this. Alright, let's see. Can I fight him? No, look! He wants to run away. He wants to run away. See that? I'm curious why people get divorced so often and you don't seem like a bad dude. Well, I can talk about that. In a simple nutshell, I think I was incredibly neglectful of Cass. Damn it, this is a lot harder than I thought. God damn it. Oh gosh. Alright, let's fine. I'll take a little pause from Shinpachi since he's like destroying my face. Okay. Okay, so why do people get divorced often? I'll just put it simply. It's because, in my view, the couple is unable to resolve lots of issues. That's it. And those issues can span from emotional things to like just anything. I don't think it's an issue of people being a bad match at all. Cass and I are very different on the surface, but like at our core, we're so similar. It's crazy. Like I've been like so surprised. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like me to a fucking T. But people have different interests. People evolve and grow over time. And so on the surface, our interests may not seem the same, but like no, like fundamentally, what's driving us is very much the same. But my inability to work with her was the biggest problem, and because of that, because of my inability to work with her and cooperate, like be like a good teammate in like a marriage, she suffered a fuck ton from it. She suffered a ton of neglect. Like she suffered a lot, and like I will say, I'm like, nope, I like regardless of how good I was trying to be, the reality is I didn't do good by her. So, and I did that enough times, and she tried to tell me, and like I was insufferable when it came to her being able to get through to me. Let me put it this way. My wife has cheated on me multiple times. Have you gone through with that? I won't go into details in regards to the Cass's side of things, not because of like, I'm not admitting or denying anything to do with like an affair or whatever. But I'm just leaving her out of this because I just don't want her to be in the public space. That's not really her thing. It's mine. I'm fine being public about me, but like, you know, it's not like I just don't want to bring her up specifically. I'll just talk about me. So here's one thing I'll tell you, Matthew. When I was working professionally, I did help a guy save his marriage with, and a lot of the people that I dealt with, they've had affairs many times. And when it comes to a chicken burrito, I'll get to, I can show you how I fight either of them. So when it comes to affairs, it's a lot more complicated than I think people give credit for, because in my experience, and I think all of us can appreciate this at least, is that Whoever commits the affair is considered in some way, shape, or form a villain. And the person getting cheated on then is usually the victim. Usually. And this isn't to deny that an affair obviously is causing problems. But oftentimes, like, focus on the fact that our instinct can be to villainize villainize somebody, and that tendency to villainize somebody might be coming out in, say, something in which is super strong, but then the fact is we've had that tendency there. And that tendency for us to villainize the one we're going to claim to love the fucking most is such a massive problem and has already been wreaking havoc in the relationship for a long time. An event like that's the biggest thing. And I have helped people save marriages despite the affairs all the time. And I'll just tell you this, all right? If Cass had any way, shape, or form had cheated on me during the marriage, and again, I'm not confirming or denying that it happened, I'm just leaving her out of this, but because of how shitty I was as a husband, I would have no ill feelings to the fact that she would have. Why I say that? Because I recognize the ways in which I betrayed the relationship enough for her to get to that space. And here's the thing. People get married. Why? Because they're looking for some amazing, hopeful future. If they're going for an affair, there have been many issues that have happened beforehand to get to that point. The affair is just the surface tip of the iceberg stuff. What do I define as a shitty husband? So, for me, how was I a shitty husband? So I'm leaving aside the whole like financial stuff, because I sometimes think people fixate way too much on like financial things, about like being a stereotypical good provider and etc., like going to work and doing things like that. I'm talking about things related to matters of the heart, because truth be told, in my view, divorce stuff is like a first world problem. Comparatively speaking, it's like more of a luxurious problem. So in that space, when people get married, they're usually getting married for love. So there's a breakdown when it comes to love. So in respects, what did I do wrong when it came to Cass? I wasn't emotionally available for her. And my lack of emotional availability also translated into actual harm for her. Like, one example, there would be many, like, I would just justify behavior that would be harming her because, and I wouldn't recognize that I was harming her because I was so fixated on trying to have, like, good intent. You know, and I believe that everybody intends well, but it's like, okay, dude, I know you intended well. I believe that, but, like, you've been on this fucking narrative for, like, last several years, and the reality is I am hurt. So can we deal with the fact that I'm hurt? And then the answer I resoundingly gave her was, no, I'm so preoccupied with not feeling like a bad person and feeling shame for my intentions that I'm ignoring the very real damage I've done to you. And then emotionally things, emotionally, like, it's just so complicated. It's just like, it's a whole host of like bullshit that gets put in the way. Divorce or talking out are some options. Divorce is not tip of the iceberg. It's a wrong reaction. I humbly disagree. I have told Cass this many times. I've said my only regret is that she didn't leave my ass sooner. If that's my honest opinion, you're free to think what you'd like. But like, usually the affair is just a symptom of a bigger cause. Because let me put it this way. If Cass had felt comfortable to share any and all emotions with me at any time, to be able to talk about anything and everything without fear of judgment, without feeling like shitty, then we could have resolved so many issues. If she had then felt comfortable and respect enough, she had felt respected and she had felt like, hey, streamer is, I'll just say my real name. Sabur is the guy that I can talk to anything about this. He is my guy. I respect him because he cares for me, and I can tell that he's being a mature adult with me. Then like 99% of our issues would have been gone. But because I wasn't emotionally available for her, because my tendency was, rather than me trying to understand the pain that my wife was feeling on behalf of me or just being there for her, then eventually she realized like, hey, this guy isn't gonna do it. And like when she did finally reveal the divorce to me, which was like back in 2022, she had already made up her mind like 2 years ago. She had already been like grieving the relationship, and so her just wanting divorce was just like, I'm fucking out. I can't do this anymore. People don't get into a divorce. In my view, people don't go through divorce and don't choose an affair because they're happy. They do it because it's their closest source of happiness. No one's like, you know what I look forward to? I'm gonna get married to somebody, the love of my life, and then the relationship's gonna fucking degrade, and then I'm gonna leave them or find somebody else. Like, no one dreams about that. So, whatever issues that Cass and I had between us, like, are kind of a non-issue these days. I mean, that's why I'm living back at home again. And, like, we're gonna go have pizza in, like, an hour and whatnot, and, like, we'll have a fun time. But the inability to work through things is the biggest hurdle, in my opinion. And when you can't work through things with your partner, and you try thousands and thousands of times, and when you're left to suffer a lot of pain, you are eventually going to look for an out. That's my opinion. So, hopefully that gives you some idea. But seriously, like for example, I'm like totally anti-red pill, by the way. Like, yeah, I'm like, women are like normal human beings, just like anybody else, motivated by like just the same ultimate desires as everybody. Like, that's my personal belief. And I've experienced that with Cass when her and I, like, at the core really want the same things. So, like Matthew, for example, I'm sure, your wife has had an affair on you, but I'm sure when you met her, the two of you clicked really well. That's my guess, which is why you married her in the first place, is my assumption. So here, my recommendation for anybody, say, being incredibly judgmental about somebody else for some behavior, I just feel like I can't trust my wife. She goes out and doesn't come home until 1 to 3 in the morning, and I don't know where she's been or who she's with. Okay, so your worst case fear is she's having an affair with somebody actively. She's not telling you about it. She's not lying to you about it, okay? I get it. I get it because I've had those same concerns too. And those concerns aren't the issue. The concern, because those concerns are reasonable. I think everyone here would be like, yeah, that's like, we understand your position, dude. But the concern, and I think the real stopgap, is going to be, how do you respond to that? How do you treat your wife for that? Because how you treat your wife is the thing you can control. You can't control what your wife's going to do. But I'm trying to encourage you not to focus on that thing externally, and focus on yourself internally and what you are doing. Because let me put it this way, Matthew. If you were the person she could always feel she could trust and share anything and everything with, and she knew you were the safe space for her at any point in time, and she knew you would do your best to have her best interests at heart no matter what, and that anything that you would do is always for the benefit of everybody, and that you can work with her through anything and everything, don't you think that she would probably reconsider at some point? Right, so here's the thing, Matthew. One thing that it took, and I don't know your full story, and I can understand you may not want to tell the whole thing here, so you don't have to. I'll just talk about me, and maybe you can get some wisdom from it. There was a point I used to actually think like, oh my gosh, like, Cass is doing X or Y or Z things, and it really hurts me. And like I feel bad because like I'm causing Cass to do this, and like I feel like a fuck up or a failure or whatever, and I feel so worthless. But once I will tell you what shifted my perspective significantly. First, I had to start digging into like what did I actually do that I think is actually really that could have caused this, or what is her experience like and how am I treating her in this moment. And I eventually realized there were some things where I was like, where I realized, oh shit, I did something I am personally 0% okay with. 0. And I was like, I'm not okay with this in the slightest. I treated her in some of the shitty ways that I remember feeling that I swore to never treat other people. I have betrayed my own standards. And regardless of what Cass is doing, I am not okay with the fact that I did this behavior. That needs to fucking change like yesterday. And so I started focusing more on what I could do, how I could be better, how I could be aspire to be more of the type of human being, the type of man, the type of husband that I would respect, that I would feel comfortable with, that I'd want to get around with. So once I focused more on what I could do and to hold myself to my own high standards in what would be a definition of being a good man, and I just focused foremost on that, and I was compassionate and empathetic to both myself and Cass, but in a very healthy way, then the culture of our relationship changed so drastically that she invited me back home of her own will. Keep in mind, in 2022, she kicked me out because she wanted nothing to fucking do with me. But our relationship has improved so much that I'm back home and I'm playing video games and she's cool with that. Like, on the surface, it doesn't look like much has changed. Why are those people screaming and running away? Probably because of the unruly area. They're running to keep me keep playing. It's kind, Bradley, yeah. But the thing is, for you, Matthew, you say, think about just the statement that you wrote, that you hate her for the pain it causes you. Do you think having hatred towards your wife is going to help with your relationship at all? Do you think that's what a husband... Hoofer, what was it? Or how did I know? How did I know what? What was the thing? Oh, I mean, there's like hundreds of things that I did that were shitty. Like, for example, and because of some assumptions I had... Alright, here's one of the earliest shitty things I did. Okay. Because I was so insecure about Cass loving me for who I am, what I look like, and so on and so forth. I remember she said something about like, yeah, she's not like the fan of like shorter guys or something like that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so short. No, I gotta make sure she likes me. So like, in some weird ass way, I guilt tripped her and basically forced her to like shorter guys. Like, and because I consider myself that. And I like fucked up her head, basically. I made her feel really guilty. I made her feel so much shame. And she didn't like it. And she would be like, yeah, I don't... She's like, yeah, sure, like, there's nothing wrong with shorter guys, but Sabura, I don't like how you did that. And I basically, like, dismissed it. I dismissed it. Altogether. And, like, I basically gaslit her. I made her feel like... the message I gave to her was basically, hey, Cass, if you like something and if I don't 100% agree with it, I'm gonna make you feel like shit. And that's what ended up happening. So that's pretty bad. And that's like one thing. That's one thing. And guess what? She still stayed with me. She still stayed with me. And that's like one thing. There's so many things, actually. Oh man, I could get exhausted talking about that, so But I just want to give you like a snippet of like how inadequate I was as a human being. But, right. So here's the thing, Matthew. If you think your wife is a bad person, is that going to be healthy for your relationship? Yes or no? No. So obviously, that if you think she's a bad person, the fact that you're thinking that now and your instinct isn't to be like, hey, what could have led my wife to be in the position that she's in? What life has she lived? How is she feeling? Instead of having that desire to try to understand where she's coming from, if we're instead putting a character bias on her, we're basically saying this. Hey, honey, you are so screwed up as a human being that there's no permutation of behavior that could possibly explain why you're having an affair with me, or affair on me now. There's no way. So this is why I think you're just fucked up as a person. Now, I'm pretty sure if we were to basically communicate that to our partners, they would be like, fuck you, I am out. You don't even know half of the shit I've dealt with. You don't know how much I've suffered. You don't even give a fuck. Like, and if we were to think they're so primal and animalistic this way, like, is it any wonder they would want to leave? I mean, really. Maybe what she had... So here's the thing, Matthew. Everybody has their own issues. Cass has their own issues. I have my own issues. I'm sure everyone in chat has their own issues. But when we get into relationships, when we get married... I know, like Cass came out of the military, but when I married her, I didn't... Like, to me, the military stuff wasn't a big deal. I don't think people care about the fact, ultimately, that we have issues. No, Gaki is an issue. Fuck you, music, okay? Irreconcilable difference there. The issue is not that you have issues. Dude, everybody has issues. People have health problems. So, but the bigger problem is the inability to resolve those issues and work through them together. Dude, I had a fucked up childhood. Cass has had fucked up life too. But like, those things don't determine whether we can get along. That's separate. It's a separate thing. She may have own issues, you may have your own issues, but can the two of you work through them together? If so, great. That's really it. But one thing to also think about is like, when people are having affairs or going through divorce or breakups or whatever, if our tendency is to be like, I'm going to self-preserve and basically be like, and be mean to our partners in some way, shape, or form, or disrespect them, then isn't that type of behavior the reason they left us in the first place? That we aren't, our instinct isn't to try to work with them, to try to understand them, to try to be compassionate, basically to love them. So, does Rise of the Ronin have Gaki? No! Get out of here! So I hope they... Yeah, I know, that wasn't what you're expecting. But I hope this gives some clarity, some information about, like... No, there's no Gaki in here. Your favorite weapon is marriage advice? Alright, let me do a dumb marriage joke. Here. This is oversimplified. Here. Marriage can sometimes feel to people like getting backstabbed. Okay. Okay. But yeah, so just to kind of cap it off, for me to have, if I was more understanding, if I tried to understand Cass more, yeah, we have our own demons to bury, yes. if I had tried to understand Cass more, if I had just tried to work with her more, I would never have gotten divorced. That's it. That's really it. But I wasn't. And I did it, and I failed so miserably that, and caused Cass so much pain that she was like, yeah, fuck this. I'd rather go through life without you than with you. You're that miserable, bro. And now I can confidently say, yep, I was. Oh, shit. Damn it. I still think cheating or hiding things from each other is unacceptable. I'm not saying like cheating is a good thing. Let me make that clear. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But I'm steering away from right or wrong in that case to first getting information by try to understand. And being emotionally like support, like understanding. I'm not saying agree with it. I'm saying like acknowledge it, dude. This is awkward. Oh, I thought that could have dodged. I was wrong. Right, it's also important to self-reflect and why people get into the position that start to feel distrust. Right, like... Too many mind? Yeah, too much mind. No mind. We're talking that movie. God damn it, man. Having those extra things. I think marriage is just fine. I think just some people, like myself, sucked in relationships and didn't know how to do it. Once I learned, no biggie. When is the Tatsumi Ryu enhanced Counterspire gameplay? It might happen now. Damn it. Yeah, Matthew, of course we all want you to succeed, man. Look, here's the thing. In long-term relationships, our partners have invested a fuck ton into us. The reality is they would love for us to become the version of ourselves that they dreamed us that we can become. And everyone has that potential. Everyone. He obviously chose you. He would love to be able to choose you with her whole heart. Come on, camera, don't do this shit. Oh my god, don't do this. So aggravating. For real? I can't see shit! Oh, oh my god. Well, here's the thing. I'll just make a brief note about intimacy. Intimacy is like a late stage problem. The bigger issue is going to be whether or not she can talk to you about anything and everything. That's where do I learn? Difficult for me to describe right now. I want to fight him here. I would love to fight him here, and this little shit runs. So, in order to be able to relationships aren't all that complicated in my view. In order to be able to understand your partner, you need to understand yourself and emotion. Oh, huh? For real? Oh, he got me good. I'll continue the fight. Shit. Alright, it's not gonna be a clean fight, but oh well. I'll just beat him. Okay, well, win's a win. What you doing? Fight me! My god. Get up, you asshole. Oh shit. Somehow I killed two at the same time? So, all I can say, Matthew, is, here's what I'll say. I have professionally helped people save their marriages, and when they save it in a way where it actually feels fucking great for everybody. There isn't like, oh my gosh, is she gonna have an affair again? I know I gotta like, is she gonna cheat on me again? I don't know, I gotta worry about it. Ah. No, that doesn't happen. that never happens when I was working. I watched a poker hand review stream earlier what went deep about observing your emotions, sitting with them, and not immediately acting on them. And now this Rise of the Ronin stream about, yeah, no. Emotional intelligence and romantic relationship. Here's the thing. The reality is we can't control what other people do. But I've been very surprised by how much of an amazing impact I've had on my life when I just focused on being the absolute best person I could be, and I just do that every day. Constantly. And when that's just who I am, where I'm always just trying to act more like the person I dream of being, then it's, then yeah, like, my life got better. I went from getting kicked out and divorced to all sorts of other things, going through what most people would consider to be some of the biggest, harshest things in life and relationships, to now I'm pretty happy. But ultimately, like, it's up to you to decide what you want to do. If you don't want to work it out, like, because here's the thing. You want to fight Shinpachi here, but you're at the limit of where he feels comfortable to fight. Maybe next time find a place that's comfortable for both, so there'll be less stress in your relationship? You're right. I should kick his ass in the dojo. But yeah, like, I save marriages. I save people who had affairs and were concerned about, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my wife's fucking somebody else. What a whore, or whatever. After everything I did for this family, you know, I mean, I dealt with all of it. Oh, look! It's her. Cool. But yeah, what I will say is whenever you... My recommendation is... Here, Onur, since this is my stream, I'm just gonna say this. Look, honestly, like, so what? How many affairs there are? The bigger it, like... Okay, if she cheats every night versus, like, whatever. Like, here's the thing. here's the fundamental question. I ran upstairs with my beer and it exploded. Great. I'm sorry to hear that. Here's the thing. Before making that judgment call about like, hey, I'm gonna walk away from my wife, I'm not gonna bother trying to work it out. The fundamental question is, do we actually understand what they dealt with? Because if we don't, then we're making a fucking premature decision. Once you have all the facts, and once you understand, because is there a possibility? Well, hey, Matthew didn't do anything that severely wrong. I mean, it's possible. But that's also like the easy narrative to pick. Like the really easy thing to say, like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm great. I didn't do anything that bad. I didn't do anything that bad. Because obviously her behavior is so problematic. That's super easy to say. Anyone can say that. You don't have to like listen to me to say that. But like fixating on... But here's the thing. Once I could have easily made that decision anytime, like during the divorce for the cast. Anytimes. But if there is, like I wanted to know, like, did I really fuck up this relationship badly? I'm like, I think I have, because obviously I'm getting divorced. But it's like, once I learned, like, oh, once I personally realized, like, oh shit, I actually like did stuff that like I'm not okay with, and like I think it's fucking terrible, and like I believe it, and let me just change that. Yeah, let's talk about serious shit. I think I'm not gonna play anymore. I can't focus. Because I'm pretty passionate about this stuff too. I actually still help people to this day. But yeah, the fundamental thing is though, can't like working it out or not working it out with your wife having an affair is way too premature because you don't know all the facts. You don't know everything that's happened. You don't know her experience. I hate judgment calls. I prefer judgment cuts. Yeah, let's go. But if, like, I'll just speak for me. Like, if I didn't know what Cass's experience was, I would have made a drastically different conclusion. And I did for a while. But once I understood, like, oh, this is what led her to the affair. And once I understood that, once I had also worked on my own stuff, then I was free to do what I wanted to do. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think there's any, like, so what? What does Matthew lose if he goes through an introspective journey to figure out what he could have done wrong that led to that point? What's the loss in understanding his wife's perspective? If he understands that, then he's free to do what he likes. If anything, sure, it might be like a short-term ego loss, but dude, long-term, like, sense of peace, being like, hey, I walked away from this relationship, theoretically, and I fully understand everything, and I am good. It's like worst-case scenario. Or he might realize, oh shit, like I did really betray the relationship and I need to fix that shit. And like, while I don't like that she had an affair with me, I also don't like condemn her. The music, you were just saying, I actually just talked to her yesterday about it all. She didn't say much back though. She just nods and that's it mostly. Oh, cool. I was just talking about like hypothetically. So here's the thing, Matthew. Her lack of response tells me a lot. Let me ask you. Do you think she feels comfortable to tell you the truth?
暇なら座禅でもするがよい。
Right. She tries to... yeah, you said, hey, I'm not comfortable with the truth. That's what you basically communicated, bro. Hey, I'm not comfortable with some action that you're doing, so, like, don't tell me about it. That's kind of what I'm getting. I could be wrong, though.
小谷先生は何をされておるだろう。
But yeah, I don't think your wife is comfortable telling you everything. Obviously she isn't, from what you've told me. But as you said, Matthew, and as you acknowledge, there's that part of you which, like, as you said, considers her a bad person. I mean, let's just assume the worst case scenario, man. Assume, okay, she's having an affair. But is the reason she's not talking to you about it comfortable to tell me the truth? She should be, because I'm very understanding. Here's the irony in that statement. She's obviously not comfortable telling you. Obviously not, right? She's obviously not comfortable. Otherwise she would have told you. She would have told you. But then you're like, no, but she doesn't really have a... She should be, though. Even though she's not, she still should be, because I'm totally understanding. It's like, wait, you understand why she wouldn't think that way? Does that make sense, what I'm trying to allude to? Did I understand the story of Neo? Kind of. And I say that, Matthew, because I did the same thing too. I'm like, well, like, I'm a pretty good guy. Like, I'm kind to Cass. I'm pretty... like, she can tell me anything. So, I don't understand why she isn't telling me this. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, it's a lot to think about, Matthew, and take your time with it. It's a lot. Okay, so Onir, we're talking about honesty. Dude, I've had... by the way, anything that I'm talking to you guys about, I've thought of the same things, okay? Just make it clear. I've had the same things. I'm like, hey, like, just tell me. Like, just tell me. But here's the thing, and I'll tell you this from experience. I'll just say, like, I never had an affair on Cass. I never cheated on Cass. But just because I didn't do something terrible doesn't mean I wasn't like that. So here's what I would recommend. Brainstorm a scenario in which you would not feel comfortable telling someone the truth. And Matthew, I think that's great. You taking her back is great. But obviously the fundamental issues have still existed. Right, as Chicken is saying, don't make it feel like an interrogation. For example, having that thought in our heads that, hey, maybe our partner's a bad person. They're gonna smell that. They know that. Dude, Cass knows me better than I know myself. She knows what I'm feeling before I even realize it. So if I have this, like, resentment, if I have this anger, and I have this belief that, yeah, there's a fucked up problem with her, she's gonna fucking know. Are you kidding me? If she knows I'm gonna judge her for her behavior, if I'm going to critique her, if I'm gonna make her feel worthless, and basically invalidate... Am I married? No. Cass and I got divorced back in 2022. But if my instinct is going to be to basically punish her for being honest, eventually, isn't she going to be like, well, there's no point in me telling him this? Because I leave feeling like garbage. Which is what happened with me and Cass, which is why Cass stopped telling me things. And I was like, why isn't Cass telling me anything, man? I'm so confused. I have these worst case fears. And then eventually, like, after, you know, resolving things with her, he was just like, yeah, because every time I would tell you this is exactly what would happen, and, like, nothing I would ever need would ever get addressed. Marriage's dream of the Neo hard man? I'm gonna qualify that. I have found, like, having a relationship now with Cass, like, we live with each other, it's like easy. It's like easy. And like, what has been hard has been all of the really toxic ways that I didn't realize I was behaving. That made it hard. That's always made it hard. I was just telling Cass that, like, today about, like, you know, over lunch. And I was just like, dude, all the shit that, like, I put you through is just completely nonsensical. Because, like, all the pain that I gave to you, like, you had no real part in it, but you got it from me. Like, it wasn't fair, it was senseless. And from what I experienced, like, I grew up with childhood abuse and things like that. It was all senseless. No, like, relationships are not, there's work involved, but I think if you saw Cass and I, like, dude, like, literally, like, Cass and I have been through divorce, she's kicked me out, and now I'm like, I sleep like a baby in my own home. Alright, see you when you get back, Matthew. But yeah, so sometimes what can happen, and this is from experience too, and I'll just talk about me, like, there have been moments where I have already tried telling, and this is going back to what Anura was saying, like, hey, just, like, fucking tell me. Tell me, just be honest, be straightforward. I am sure all of us have been in positions where we have felt so uncomfortable talking about something because of the threat of retaliation in some way, shape, or form. Whether it, and the retaliation may not be, like, physical, like, obviously physical stuff we can see is super fucking easy. Right? We're just like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna go tell this person something because they're gonna, like, fucking punch me. But when it comes to things in emotions, when it comes to feelings, then it starts to become harder and more subtle to spot. Like, yeah, Shark Sue's talking about work experience. Like, if our boss is being shitty to us, we're probably not gonna go to our boss and be like, hey boss, you were kind of shitty to us. Can you, like, not do that? Because guess what they're gonna do? Gee, maybe fire you, and then there goes all, you're all fucking, like, income. Ugh, that's rough. Can't tell, like, the old boss who was a bully, he's like, hey, you're kind of being a bully. I'm sure many of you can relate to, yeah, working as a punching bag is not a good experience. Yeah, and if you try to go to human resources or HR and be like, hey, like, I'm kind of being overworked here and underpaid, and I'm being, like, treated like a punching bag. And then what happens? Oh, they fire you. Thanks for complaining. Bye. So what do most people do in those situations? They don't say shit. They don't say jack shit. And I can't blame them. Are they technically being dishonest? Yes. Are they technically lying by omission? Yes. But can anybody fault them? I don't think so. Shit! Or, like, if any of you have, or super simple thing, okay, this is super simple, I'm being a little facetious here, but if you get pulled over, there's a reason they tell you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. If you live in America and you know about Miranda rights, they say, nope, don't say shit. Get a lawyer. Say nothing. And the lawyer will be like, you're being uncooperative. And at first it's like, dude, well, if you're a criminal, only you're gonna have to be the one at fault. But dude, I'll tell you, one of my friends who's just, like, as innocent as anyone could be, dude, a cop fucking lied about what she did in a traffic thing. And she thought, like, you know, like, hey, like, everyone's gonna be honest. And she goes to court and the cop fucking lies, and then she has to pay a big ass fine. She's like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't get a lawyer. Like, because I thought the cop would do right. And of course now she's jaded, more cynical. But now we can understand, hey, she's gonna be, like, quiet and be like, okay, I'm gonna lawyer up. Just out of protection. Okay, so Poof, how would you define when you need to stand up for yourself? So that's a really good question, actually. Now, in the context of, like, affairs, let's define. One question I have for chat is, what does standing up for ourselves look like? Because my issue isn't Because the issue that I'm trying to bring at hand is it's not about the fact that you need to stand up for yourself, it's kind of how you're doing it. It's a big factor. And there's a little more gray area to it. But I would think that most people's definition, or maybe not most people's, okay, not taking abuse, but what does that actually look like? What does that mean? What does that mean you do? What does that mean you say? Oh yeah, Farseer. Yeah, or you're a very good employee and you get turned into the official workhorse. Yeah, that always sucks ass. Right, that's the thing. What does it mean to not take abuse? Because technically speaking, if she's having an affair, like, what is it actually doing to you? Aside from fucking up your head, which I agree, it fucks up your head. And it stirs up all sorts of emotions in you. No doubt. But like, she's usually like, they're probably just like keeping it private for a fucking reason. Like away. For a reason. This is my guess. So, standing up for ourselves, for me, in my own relationship with Cass, when she was divorcing me, for me, how did I stand up for myself? I instead focused on, am I standing up for the right things? And when I came to realize that, like, hey, like, I could technically stop this divorce, and that could be my way of, quote-unquote, standing up for myself, but I would be causing her serious harm. I can't do that. That's wrong. She's someone I care about. She's someone I love. She's someone I respect. And I don't have it in me to be like, to stop the divorce. I can't do that. Let me be respectful for her. Let me stand up for what I believe is the right way for me to be. The right way to behave. Let me stand up for kindness and compassion. Let me stand up for understanding. Let me stand up for love. Let me stand up for the good, positive things that I want in the world. And when I focused on that, there was no need for me to, like, self-preserve and protect. And be like, hey, you were terrible and you did some terrible, shitty things. I can't believe you did this. And, like, be mean to her. So, for me, if I'm trying to get kindness from other people, it behooves me to be kind to myself. And to be good to other people, which is what I do. I try to do the best that I can every day, and it's a work in progress. So that may not have been like the clear-cut, like, super simple answer, but hope that gives some clarity as to what I think. Yeah, I agree with you, Farseer. A pocket of kindness is enough for one life to achieve. Yeah. I'm always trying to move in the direction of just, like, giving and creating better and just, like, healthier stuff for people. That's what I like to do. It's fun. It's great. You know, and, like, I try to be pretty honest myself. I try to be generally very compassionate, understanding, kind, and all that. That really matters to me. Have people try to take advantage of my kindness? Of fucking course. Right. Not everyone thinks like you do, but try to be kind in your own way nonetheless. Exactly. Just try. Other people can be shit. Dude, people of course try to take advantage of that. But here's the thing. As someone who was on the opposite side like that, I am quite privy to the bullshit that can come into place. I used to be the, like, I remember I told Cass that, like, you know, I used to feel like I was the one being taken advantage of the marriage, and she, like, rolled her fucking eyes. And I understand that now. Because I'm like, dude, I'm the one that took advantage of her. Like, I see that so fucking clearly. I had the balls to think I was, like, the paragon of innocence, but bro, I hid behind that without recognizing the ways that I fuck things over.
本でも読んで待ってましょうか。
Now, me being able to recognize the ways that I have shortcomings, because we all do, to recognize my shortcomings, to work through them, is what I believe a good man tries to do. Because Cass and I still have friction between us, but we resolve it. And she's like, oh, like, he's trying to do better. I'm like, yep, I'm trying. And I will stumble and I will fall, but I'll try to get better. I don't really focus so much on what other people do, to be honest.
そうやって体を休めるのも大事。
So, like, me, people do try to take advantage of my kindness, but guess what? I can usually sniff it out. If it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, chances are it's a duck. People will generally try to make excuses for their behavior. And I can tell very fast. And I say this because I had to coach people who would try to do that.
そうやって体を休めるのも
People who would make excuses for their behavior all the time. I say this because I was one of them. Or a gaki pretending to be a duck? Bro, no. No. The thing is, there are going to be people who are going to be shitty. But that exists. It's true. But if we take that and put that into our own relationships and then have this sense of distrust and jadedness and fear and negativity and just like a lot of bitterness, whatever you want to call it, and then we project that onto the person we're aiming to love the most, like, I don't know about you, but that's like incredible self-sabotage, no? Like, I understand we're afraid of that happening in our relationships, but let's not like then operate in that like overly self-protective, like, fuck you, I'm gonna make sure I'm okay type of way. Especially to the people we're gonna love the most. So, yeah, like, people do try to take advantage of me, but like, I've also learned to be like, yeah, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. No hard feelings. I'm just like, you guys aren't meant for me. Like, there's this one guy, like, he said he'd be my friend, right? He's like, yeah, we're gonna be friends. I'll hit you up next week, bro. And I'm like, all right, I'll wait. And he's not like taking advantage of me or anything. But like, he hasn't reached out in 2-3 weeks. And I'm like, well, this has been a pattern. And I've already let him know. So I'm just like, all right, well, he'll hit me up when he wants to. I'm not gonna go out of my way to reach out to him. So I was like, okay, fine. And I'm at peace. Or other people who have directly tried to take advantage of me. Like, obviously, if there's like physical harm, physical danger, obviously get the authorities involved. I'm not like sanctioning abuse or anything like that. I'm talking about like gray area emotionally and stuff like that. But usually, I can catch someone in a lie because I can usually ask them certain questions, not out of a place of like interrogation, but out of it, ironically, by being very understanding. Ironically, my quote-unquote weapon is me being very open and honest and vulnerable and very curious. And then if I might, like, if someone gives me pieces, because, okay, here's the thing. People will give out information that can be confusing at times. And sometimes it could be a straight up bald-faced lie, or it could be a lie because they're trying to protect themselves, or it could be that there is some information that's missing, they're just having difficulty talking about it. And they're being honest, but it's just confusing. But either way, to address all of those, I ask good questions out of a desire to understand. And, like, and then I find out, and I'm like, oh, and because I'm operating in a way where I'm trying to be good and compassionate, eventually people I don't know, like if it's just like random people I don't know, they like get triggered by me. I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't something I want to deal with. But like, in my most prized relationships, it still works really well. It really works well to try to be understanding and compassionate. So, you know, I just try to be the best person I can be, and people don't vibe with that, okay. Right. Just, again, try to focus on those closest to us. That's my recommendation. So when it comes to relationships, like for me, I just try to be kind, caring, compassionate to both. Like I try to do that for Cass, and I do that for myself. And I'm constantly seeking the best interest of both of us at heart, which is happiness and health. Cass is her own independent human being. She has her own unique dreams and desires and interests. I'm curious, and I want to genuinely get to know her. Everything that she likes and dislikes, because I care. And she does the same vice versa. That's really it. Dude, now like her and I can like shoot the shit about anything and everything. Maybe not like everything yet, but it's always a work in progress. There's always more and more to learn. There's always more and more to discover. Just like in this game, Rise of the Ronin, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Because there's always more to do. So it's just constant growth. And I love that. But yeah, I know I said a lot. I do have to get going momentarily. A little bit of an atypical stream. But alright, yeah. I'm gonna go get some sweet pizza. No Gaki cosplay in the end. Oh my god, bro. Neither here nor there, but is this character supposed to be Prior Freddie Mercury? I can see the resemblance, but it's trying to be Wrath from Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, what type of pizza? So, Cass and I got 2 different vegetarian pizzas. So, I got a more traditional one. She got one that's a bit more like... I don't know if the word exotic is accurate. No, we didn't get Hawaiian. No Gaki pizza time. Buddha vegetarian? Man, fuck off. But yeah, so I'll just leave like a parting message with this. If you want kindness to exist in the world, make sure you're creating it yourself first. And just focus on that, because that's all we can do anyway. God, Farseer, that's going to be in my head. Right, so when it comes to relationships, regardless of the problems that we're having, fundamentally, we all just want to be loved. We all just want to feel safe with the one that we're with. We want to be able to trust them. We want to be able to get along, have fun together, have life goals together, be the best that we can be. So if we're operating in a way that can support that, and we keep doing that, and we do that obviously at a level that we believe is incredibly powerful, and actually is incredibly powerful, and we're that constant healing and growing force in our partner's life, of course they're gonna be with us. That's why they picked us in the first fucking place. At some point in time, they were like, hey, this human being is the one person I will give my entire life to because I see that much potential in them. So if you act on that, then of course they'll consider you. They want you. They of course want you to win. That's why they keep trying in some way, shape, or form. If they tell you something that is difficult for them to tell you, it is them giving you a chance. They are trusting you. So there's so much more I could say about this, but I do have to go. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was a different stream, and I appreciate those of you that did stay and did hear me out. And yeah, I will see everybody later. But for now, it's pizza time. Take care and bye.